there. Once he himself was in the United States Senate, he led a one-man 16-day filibuster there against there being a holiday to honor Martin Luther King Jr. He threatened another filibuster in the mid-'80s to protect the apartheid regime in South Africa from U.S.-imposed sanctions. When he ran for re-election in 1990, Jesse Helms ran an ad that is one of the most famous American political ads of all time. It's called the White Hands ad. And the narrator says, "You were the best qualified, but they had to give it to a minority." Vote for Jesse Helms. It was basically explicit. Vote for the white man to keep white jobs for white people. When Jesse Helms retired from the Senate, David Broder at the Washington Post wrote that he was, quote, the last prominent, unabashed white racist politician in this country. When he finally died in 2008, his Los Angeles Times obituary noted that unlike other symbols of segregation, such as Alabama Governor George Wallace and South Carolina Senator Strom Thurmond, who eventually recanted their opposition to racial integration, Jesse Helms held firm until his death. That whole story of the Republican Party capturing the white vote in the South by becoming the party of modern white racism, saying, vote Republican, white people, we'll protect you from the black people, that is not a made-up story, and it was not a subtle thing. And Jesse Helms whistling Dixie in Carol Moseley Braun's face, saying he wanted to make her cry as the only black person in the U.S. Senate, Jesse Helms is the personification of that and always has been. Never repented, never apologized. It was the whole point of his politics. Jesse Helms. Now watch this.
There's another story I heard of Jesse Helms when he first ran. That he opened the mail and out fell a check for $5,000 from John Wayne. So he spent some time trying to track down. It's not easy to figure out how do you call John Wayne, but he managed to figure out how to do so. And he placed the call, and the Duke answered the phone. And apparently Jesse Helms said, Mr. Wayne, this is Jesse Helms. I just wanted to thank you for your tremendous support in this race. Apparently John Wayne said, who? And he said, well Jesse Helms, I'm running for Senate in North Carolina. And apparently Wayne said, oh yeah, you're that guy saying all those crazy things. We need 100 more like you. The willingness to say all those crazy things is a rare, rare characteristic in this town. And you know what? It's every bit as true now as it was then. We need 100 more, like Jesse Helms in the U.S. Senate.